All right, let's talk about Emilia Pérez. So there's a lot of brouhaha sort of about this film because the main actress was trying to sling mud at another nominee, and it's all like a big cat fight. But honestly, I wanted to watch this movie before all that stuff. This film is directed by Jacques Audiard, who's a really good director. I enjoy Prophets and Rust and Bone, and I really enjoyed The Sisters Brothers. So he does these kind of gritty kind of dramas, action thrillers, crime movies. And this is the same, but it's really different because it adds a musical element, and it doesn't really work because the musical numbers are pretty awful. The movie kind of reminded me of Joker Filet à Deux. We're focusing on Rita. She is a lawyer who lets scumbags go free, but she gets paid a lot and she hates it. It's kind of like her moral sort of thing, but you know, money. And then she gets a phone call mysteriously telling her to go to the newsstand, and she's not sure, and she gets kidnapped by the cartel. And she wakes up sort of with a bag over her head, kidnapped by Manitas. He's a really vicious cartel leader who's done some terrible things, but he's telling her what his plan is, and you know, telling her is basically making her agree to it or they'll shoot her and bury her in the desert. Manitas wants to fake his death and become a trans woman. In secret, all of his assets are going to be put under his new sort of persona, alias Emilia Pérez, and then from there he can dole out money to his wife and kids still. So this, you know, it's a pretty interesting sort of original plot line I haven't seen before. You know, a vicious cartel leader wanting to just leave the life behind, be true to themselves, and but the music numbers are just terrible. The only ones that I kind of liked were the Selena Gomez ones. She's got two. One where she's singing about forget, but she's like in a room with a bunch of people, and it's about her being upset at her new life with her husband dead. And then she's got another karaoke song with Edgar Ramirez, and then there's a pretty decent song with Rita, basically sort of I don't know what's the word, saying she's going to get funding from all these rich jerks she's helped before, because the main plot is that after Manitas fakes their death and becomes Emilia Pérez, they become, you know, guilty with all the stuff they did when they were a cartel boss. So she wants to essentially become a guardian angel of sorts and start an organization to find dead bodies and give families closure. She becomes this big wig, and all these people start, you know, giving her power. She's becoming a respected community member. There's some cheesy songs about cartel members feeling guilty and helping and stuff, and she's like, she really patting herself on the back a lot. She's a saint, and she's also a lesbian. And then the movie comes into a big clash with her ex-wife, Jessie. Selena Gomez's character wants to remarry and move the kids away, but Emilia will not allow it, and that sort of becomes the culmination of the climax, which sucks. So this movie is just really terrible because it wants to have its cake and eat it too. Our main character is like this super vicious person who then wants to sort of turn a new leaf as a different person, playing the cousin of themselves, and then but they're still a bad person because of the way they're trying to control their ex-wife, and it sort of comes at odds with the whole finding bodies thing, and it's really heavy-handed. The movie's just a lot of sing-talking, you know, like just someone going like, oh, let's go to the market, I don't feel good about it. Just full of that. It's just awful, you know. At least with the Joker 2, Lady Gaga can sing, but like, you know, Joaquin's not that great either, so when he talks, it's just, I hate sing-talking. It's just, Selena Gomez is the only one that can sing properly. And, you know, I don't know why this movie's got so many Oscar nominations. Maybe because it's a pandering movie. You know, it's got a main character who's trans and gay, and if you don't give it any attention, you're against those groups or something. I don't know, man. This movie's just all over the place tonally. It's trying to be violent. It's trying to be like this amazing drama, like really just pretentious as hell. Terrible depiction of Mexico too. Like they just imagine Mexico as just a super violent like cartel land or something, and it's really offensive, and I just didn't dig it. It was a slog to get through because it's also 2.5 hours long. So Emilia Pérez, I can see why people are saying it's crap, because you know, I tried to like go into it with a subjective mind because I like the director, but this movie's just terrible. So I give it a 2 out of 10.